One of the most well-known dentists on the planet, Dr. Jazz Galati, good friend of mine, was actually quoted saying that he wouldn't have anyone ever look into his mouth unless they were using magnification and good lighting. As a dental student, sitting there thinking about getting loupes can be very, very daunting because they're not cheap. So what did I end up doing? Well, I jumped on AliExpress to see if I could find an alternative, which is where these bad boys come in. So loupes in general are there to help you see the tooth from a bit more of a further distance, and at the same time you can actually see more of the tooth because it's magnified. So funnily enough, loupes can cost thousands and thousands of pounds, and that obviously can throw off loads of students. But why miss out on something that is so imperative to dentistry? This not only helps your posture, but it allows you to see things that you won't be able to see with your naked eye. I've had so many cases now that I've missed out on filling the gap perfectly or tidying off a certain undercut, for example, just simply because I wasn't able to see close enough into the mouth. It's funny to think that in America, all dental students actually get loupes from the university as part of their tuition fee. Now, of course, when finances are a factor, we do what everyone else does and look for a bargain. AliExpress can be a scary place to shop because you don't know what you're going to get. And I did end up spending about 50 euros on these. But to be honest with you, this has completely changed the game. It's hard to find reviews of loupes like these because I don't think many people want to actually invest in them. First and foremost, they come in different magnifications. I myself have the 3.5, but I'd recommend if you wanted to start off with magnification, go with the 2.5. This is more than enough. And it allows you to see things with more of an upright position, and it just allows you to not interfere with that personal space with your patient, so you're not right in their mouth when you're working. So now that I've been using these, I've got to be honest with you, I can't actually practice without them on. If I'm doing any form of dentistry, maybe not a scaling or an extraction, for example, but everything else when it comes to fillings, sealants, root canals, etc., I cannot work without these. And it's good for me as well. It's good for my back health, it's good for my eye health. They are not ergo loupes, so you will have to kind of adjust your position here and there, but nowhere near as drastic as you would if you didn't have the loupes on at all. So let's actually talk about the comfort and the design. It's actually a very simple design, and it has a nice little head strap here. It does take a little getting used to because your normal vision is kind of everything around the loop, so you have to get used to looking from above the lens and around the lens if you want to have your normal vision. And when you're grabbing an instrument, first few times, you're probably going to still be looking through the loop lens itself. So just bear that in mind. When you're grabbing things, adjust and use the upper bit for your normal vision, grab what you need, bring it back, get into the mouth with your hand, and then switch to the loop blue with your eyes. This does take a little bit of practice getting used to, but once you've had it down to the T, you'll be loving it. And what's more, as I said, go with the light option. I'd go for this battery back option, as you can see, which is connected via a wire that comes off the side, and it just allows me to turn it on and off as I will. So this you just position to where you want, and I'll see where my light is right here. I'll get it dead center, and then I can use the light when I need. The light is very powerful though, and it comes with a composite filter, which is like a yellow filter. So if you are working on fillings, I strongly recommend that you put that filter on so that you're not curing your composite as you go along in your patient's mouth. Really, the only downside I would say to these is that they're obviously not designed specifically for your face. So over time, with extensive usage, say for example, if you're working for an hour or 2 hours straight, it can get a little bit uncomfortable. But if you're taking regular breaks, these things are amazing. And at the price point, it's just the best way and a great doorway into loupes and magnification. One other little tip I'll give you, take them home with you and maybe cut your nails with them, do little bits of handcrafting work with them just to get used to the size and the magnification. This is going to change your game, I promise you that. And your restorations and your dentistry is just going to go up to another level. So I hope this helped, and thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye bye.